investigating. Oh, hi.
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome to Thrive O'Clock with Mel and Rachelle. Drop us a comment. Let us know how you're doing and what you're doing on this Black Friday, and what maybe even talk about your Thanksgiving. Rachelle, how are you doing?
I'm good. I didn't know what day it was before, and then went, oh wait, yesterday was Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. That means today's Friday. So, but I have to say, before we dive into our conversation, your hair looks amazing today.
Oh, thank you. I made her tell me this. I said, talk about my hair.
Well, I said it to you first, then you said, talk about my hair. So then I did just bring it back up, but
yes.
But it does.
I just want you to know that I tried to make it super big. I got these rollers. My husband got me these hot rollers, and they're not as good as the ones I had 20 years ago or 30 years ago even, but they give a little body. I like it. I was trying to go for the big hair. Did I win?
You did. Yes. It looks great.
Thank you. And did you have a good Thanksgiving? Like, did you do anything?
I ate a lot. I baked some pies, and I am a little mad at you, though.
Oh, crap. Why?
Yeah, because this whole Netflix thing, and we have to get to Tool back on here, because first of all, I'd never watched Netflix ever. And then, of course, I started to watch it. And then both shows were, I caught up. And then you had to go and say about The Office, which I'd never watched. I'm thankful that there's like 9 seasons on there. But now, instead of just watching an episode at night, now when I go for my walk, I'm watching The Office and I'm laughing hysterically at myself when I'm walking up my neighborhood, it's really interesting. But my dad stopped over and I showed him part of an episode that I watched earlier. So it was, I'm enjoying it. So thank you. But it's making my face hurt sometimes because it's so funny.
Oh, that's awesome. So you are mad at me because I gave you, I shared a little joy with you. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but it's making me be less productive and I'm getting less sleep now. So
I think if anybody needs a little bit of a break, it's you. And you know what? I don't want to forget, like, we have our guest. Our guest, I don't know, I'm not going to give you any clues, but I'm going to start with the clues. But first, we're both EduMatch authors, you and I, right? That is true.
That is true.
Okay. And today is Black Friday. And I just can't forget this, but from today until Monday, you can go to EduMatchPublishing.com, use the code CYBER2020 and get so many books for 20% off. So look at all of these.
So many books.
So many books. And I'm just putting the children's books up.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I got this weekend, an autograph copy.
Alexis's book.
Yes.
Nice.
Autograph.
Yeah.
But,
I have you're showing them. Oh, look at that. Ah, nice.
Yes.
Dr. Joy.
Look at this.
Jeans. Yep.
I wonder if I have the most EduMatch books of all.
Kristen Coppers had posted on there one time and had all of the titles. And I think if there were 50 of them, I think I have 37 of them.
Wow.
I had a lot. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, you can go, everybody who's watching, you can go to EduMatchPublishing.com and get any of these titles, all of these titles for 20% off. And because we are EduMatch authors, we recommend it greatly to you. Yes.
We do.
And that reminds me of our guest. Let's see if you can guess our guest, who is also, he's not an author, he's a creator. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes. Are you asking me the question? Because when you say, see if you can guess, I'm like, I know who the guest is. So am I supposed to guess? I wonder who it is.
He made a documentary.
Dang
it. Why? He's a doctor. Okay. He has a really cool podcast. He was highlighted on Forbes.com. Do you know who he is?
I do. Do you know who he is?
I do.
And we've had him on before, so I'm glad to have him back. I can't believe when we looked at the date to see when he was on that's time flies, right? So
it does.
Welcome back to Dr. Cliffhanger, Dr. Will.
Yay! Hey, Dr. Will, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was chill. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. So, and I saw today that you posted your edupreneur on your Twitter, and I think everybody should follow. I am Dr. Will on Twitter, and I love everything you put out. I'm a big fan. On Wednesday, my husband took some time off. Your latest podcast over financial literacy was "What's Love Got to Do with It?" Financial literacy. Did I say it right?
What's love got to do with your money?
There you
or
go.
With money like that, yeah. Yeah, like
it was a great episode. Great episode. I was so glad to listen. Mac, my husband and I, we went back and forth. We stopped it and we talked about like our net worth and kind of our like, you know, you did a lot of things like what was your first idea of money, of what it meant. You know, we talked about stuff like that. What are you featuring on your podcast coming up, or just tell us anything about that you'd like to share?
Well, I have more authors coming out, and I have inshallah, I got 3 interviews to do tomorrow, and you know, just some more you know, educators who are in the consulting game. I have some backlog stuff to be put out, and you know, just bringing in, you know, more people who are full-time entrepreneurs who have nothing to do with education, but they have that business experience that I think is key when we're getting in the game and not having that background knowledge. So I'm just excited to continue to do these shows. So normally I have like a hiatus, but it's not really happening so far this year. So I'm just still cranking them out.
Yeah, you are.
You keep so busy all the time.
Yes.
And we're taking up his time. We kept him under for so long. We were just talking away and you play the game. Do I know who the guest is today? I have no idea. No.
No, I enjoy your shows. And you had one on Victoria Thompson last week. I still need to catch up on that. Are there any that you're really like, that you can't wait to happen? Like you've been following somebody, or that you just can't wait to share? Is there anybody that's coming up soon or that has already happened and is your favorite?
Well, one that I just released it though, because I've been wanting to release Jacqueline for a while, and we sort of been waiting really on getting it scheduled because she has a book coming out next month, and she was like, "Okay, can we kind of schedule this with the release date and all these things?" And I was like, "Hey, you know, you got a time?" And she said, "Yes." I was really excited about her because she does have that background in financial planning, where she is a financial planner, and her spin on it and how she talks to people about, you know, really their goals and family and all that stuff and relationships. I really wanted to have her on because I don't think we know that money can be a real issue in relationships, particularly marriage, and people don't like to talk about it. And, you know, my wife and I, we love watching House Hunters. And it's always so funny when someone says, well, you know, the bank approved us for $700,000, but I want to stay at 350. And the other person is like, well, we can go all in if the house good enough. And someone kind of looks at them like what? Like, we got to keep that budget down. And that's why I told my wife, you always got to have a cheap person to reel the spender in, you know, make sure that you don't go overboard. So yeah.
I'm married to a cheap person. I'm not the cheap person. Rachelle, are you the cheap person, or is your husband the cheap person?
I am not a cheap person. I'm not. I mean, I'm careful with, you know, I'm cautious for some things, but that's a tough question.
It's not for me. Man, we argue all the time. Okay, so I'm the spender, but my husband's the saver. And thank God, because, you know, we're still afloat after several different things. Anyway, but I'm also the giver. Like, I tell my husband he's a Scrooge, and I love him to death. So I'm just, you know, I'm not trying to like hurt his feelings. He's not watching anyway. But I mean, seriously, we get into, you know, arguments about this sometimes. There's just disagreements, maybe not arguments. When we were first married, we definitely got into arguments when we were combining our money and stuff like that. Now it's just like, you know, disagreements and maybe like scheduling. We've worked it out, but I really thought that your last podcast was very provocative. I like how you titled it, what's love got to do with your money? Because, and it's the holiday season. Like people go in debt right now, you know.
Yes. It's amazing what people do that. Sorry to cut you off. Yeah. So that's why we do that. I mean, even as educators, we will go knowing what our salaries are. We will still overextend ourselves with buying stuff for the classroom. And, you know, I've told my wife a long time ago, look, you're going to have to stop all that because you don't earn money from that district to give it right back. That's just not happening. But educators understand, like, I don't mind if you have it to spend just a little taste on something, maybe a little paper, pencil, whatever. But don't go spending like hundreds of dollars a month. You know, that's kind of crazy. Because you should be building for your own future. So one of those things that for me, that one of the reasons I talk about, do the podcast that I do and bring on people who talk about, you know, budgeting, insurance and all those things is to get us thinking about money in a different way and have a different relationship with money, because we actually have one of those fields that demands of us, right, to get graduate degrees in order for us to move up the ladder, but we cannot.
I don't know what happened. He'll come back on. And
that was a cliffhanger. We cannot what? Where'd he go? No.
There he is.
There you go. What happened?
Cliffhanger. You said we cannot.
He just disappeared.
Wow, I'm back. But you know, we can't go get a raise.
Right.
So, you know, you can be that teacher that has, you know, all your students pass the state test. And and not just proficient, but they can be advanced. You can't go around to your principal and say, you see that right there? I want another 5K next year. It doesn't happen.
I wish.
It is what it is. But in other professions, if you have that type of accomplishment, you can go back and say, I need some more money.
They do that on The Office.
Yeah.
Dr. Harps is joining in. No, that's great. Giving does not need to involve money. And he also says money is a tool, make it work for you. That does require education in our relationship with money. For sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm glad someone's watching.
We got people
watching.
Yeah, got someone watching, bro.
We got people watching. Kristen says hello. And
my mom might be watching. Marianne.
Well,
I told my dad we want to have her come on.
Yes, I want to know, what did your wife say when you told her to stop that? When you said stop spending money on your classroom, what did she say?
I can't remember. I think in the beginning, you know, it was one of those things that I don't think she liked it, but now she has that same philosophy. I actually have to tell her sometimes, like, you know, we got some coin. If you need to get some headphones, go ahead and, you know, use our money. But it you know, it took some time. My wife is cheap now. You know, she's be a spender, but she's cheap now. So she's with me. We cheap together.
I love it.
That's been very helpful to us.
Been very helpful.
Stacking the coin, you know.
Yes.
I don't know. It feels like this thing is kind of going into the direction I don't know where it's going right now.
No, I love it. It's all right. It's good.
To my podcast, you know, that's just the purpose of it. I want our colleagues to just live a life that.
Yes.
Oh no!
In the middle of me nodding my head. Listen, Dr. Will is great at advocating for others to advocate for themselves. Dr. Harves says, "Yay to the birds out there, cheap." I'm sorry. I'm not cheap.
Poor Dr. Will. He's like, I don't really know what's happening right now, because that's why I said you never know what to expect with us, but. No, but he does have a valid point, because it's easy for teachers, listening lips, to want to spend, like, because you want things for your classroom. And in goodness, when you go to Target and you see all of the like cool things, like, oh, I want to get all these things, and it is a lot of money. And so you have to kind of, I guess, find that balance and make sure that you're not, I mean, of course, overspending or all the things. But I do like buying things for my classroom. I can't help it. Just saying. Oh, nothing to say.
For
Listening
sure.
lives.
For sure. And like, I wonder, so my plan, the holiday season now, my kids, my own stuff, like, how's the pandemic? I would love to just reach out anybody that's watching, because we're live streaming through several communities right now. Thrive in Education community here on Facebook, which we invite you to join us. And then even some, we're in EduMatch and then on Twitter. So I want to know, how are you planning to spend your money this holiday? Is it any different than it normally is because of the pandemic? Here's Dr. Will. Hello again, sir.
Hey.
Welcome
What
back.
is happening?
I don't know.
It's like you're gone. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. But I was just asking Dr. Will, I want to know from our listening viewers, like, how is spending money changed during the pandemic? And I'll ask both of you, like, has any of your spending changed since the pandemic?
Yes.
Oh, we have a lot of comments. Okay, go ahead.
I can never see them. I mean, just in general, I mean, the things, and it's not just me, like people talking about the money that they're saving because, you're not going to work and all of that. And just you're not going out to eat as much. You're not doing so many different things. People were saying, well, I don't need to buy a lot of clothes because I'm just teaching from home, or I'm not going out different places. But I know that some of the money that I've spent things on, listening lips, has been lights, microphones, different things for my classroom, the stands for my computer, just looking at, the best way to create, so I don't have to have the headphones into my classroom, so all students could hear me. I'm looking at different technology devices, different apps and resources, those kind of things. But then even for myself, some books, again, back to the cyber sale today. If you're looking for books, EduMatch, Melody has a ton of them there to share. But that's all I have to say about spending right now. I did do a little bit of shopping this morning. I think at like 5 this morning. There was a really good email that came through with a really good deal. So yeah. What about you, Dr. Will?
Yeah, we are stacking some cheese. We're stacking a lot of cheese, a lot of coin we're putting away because we're not traveling. We're not traveling, though. We're doing the DoorDash though, so we're still,
Yeah.
getting that restaurant experience, I guess, but at the house. But yeah, we're really focusing on stacking because we have a number in mind of what we want to have, and then that account will be sort of put to the side, and then start a new account, stacking some more money. So we have some goals in mind that we're trying to reach.
So stacking the cheese is saving money, right? Is that code talk for saving?
Yeah. I think.
Which obviously I don't know because I'm not a saver, I'm a spender, and I'm not the cheap one. But so Rachelle, it sounds like, have you spent more money because of like the virtual part of teaching?
Maybe a little bit. Not, I mean, I tried to buy, Monica Burns had a great post out probably back in September, maybe. And it was different tech tools, things. I mean, like a wireless mouse, and there was a headset and a selfie, like a lot of different things. I mean, really reasonable. So I had ordered some different, stands to kind of figure out my workspace at home because we were teaching from home. I was teaching from home. And to get that balance, and some different cables and cords. So I have a lot of stuff I'm not actually using right now because I thought I needed it to work. But, I did spend a little bit. But it's all things that I'll eventually be able to use, or I'll figure out a way to use them. So
Heck yeah. Okay, so we've talked about financial literacy. We've talked about your podcast. Now I want to go a little bit lighter, y'all. And I want to talk about, so normally on Thrive O'Clock, we talk about sweet and sours. Is that right? Sweet and sours?
sweet and sour, yeah.
But today we're going to talk about Thanksgiving food we love and hate. So first, and we really need people to join us. This is not fun when people don't join us. Oh, wait. Okay. This is what Dr. Harvey says, not going to work is a shorter commute and is saving more effective than investing. Okay, well, that's a good question, Dr. Will, Dr. Rachelle, go ahead.
I can't respond to anything of that. My dad would say, don't ask her about investing.
Yeah.
I'll let Dr. Will, the real doctor expert on this one.
Well, not an expert, but I would say yes, particularly if you don't have a certain amount of savings. You know, there's no need for you to invest to get into the market if you can't, you know, if something happened and you needed to buy a refrigerator that costs $1,000 if you didn't have that $1,000. So you want to make sure that you put away your savings and get that stacked before you start to make those investments, because investing, as Jacqueline said, and I've heard other people, investing is a long haul. You don't get into the market to say, hey, I want to see a return next week. You get into the market thinking, what would this look like a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now? So it's a long-term game, a long-term strategy, but your savings is immediate. I mean, you need that. You need that now. You know what I'm saying? You need that now money.
Heck yes. Well, thank you for answering that. That's the last serious question we're taking for the day. Okay. That was a good question, though. And honestly, something I need to hear. But now, everybody who's watching, please tell us. We're going to start with the food that we love. So which one of you wants to go first? Don't keep me waiting.
Maybe you should go first. Don't keep you waiting. I thought we were going to have fun. I just feel like I got scolded. Don't make me wait.
Wow.
Dr. Will, what food do you love? Thanksgiving food.
I eat dressing. I'm from Mississippi, so we don't do stuffing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dressing. I do the turkey, the baked mac and cheese. I do not like, and it's just, when I say baked, it's just macaroni, okay, and cheese with a little crust. It ain't nothing in the mac and cheese, right? Nothing extra in it.
No ham?
No. First of all, I'm Muslim, so I don't eat no swine at all. But no.
Sorry.
Nothing extra in it. Then sweet potato pie. I don't do pumpkin. Sweet potato only. He said pumpkin spice. I'm not American, so what about? Your pumpkin spice, but I'm a black man from Mississippi, so sweet potato that's it. So it's yeah, and my I don't put pork in other my stuff, so green beans will be pigless.
No, Dr. Harvst says he doesn't understand what pumpkin spice is about. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because it's like, the pumpkin spice available. Although I do have pumpkin spice creamer here. You know what, Dr. Will, that's interesting. The dressing and the stuffing. Yeah. Because that's not anything, but a friend of mine from Nashville posted this poll yesterday on Instagram, and it was dressing or stuffing, turkey or ham. It was back and forth, sweet potato or pumpkin pie. And so I eat stuffing. My dad makes the best stuffing. Look forward to that. But I love sweet potatoes. My dad also makes the best sweet potatoes. But I don't like sweet potato pie. And I make a pumpkin pie instead. And it's pretty good. And an upside down apple pecan pie. Melody's eyes just went, woo. Yeah. And
my gosh.
Yeah, it's awesome. So do love all those. I love everything about Thanksgiving. I will eat the leftovers every day until it's gone.
Oh my gosh. That sounds so heavenly.
What did you say about the dressing?
That's the only time I have dressing is Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah, that's when I have stuffing.
I don't, this dressing stuffing thing, I thought it was two separate foods for the longest time.
It is.
I had no idea.
They are not the same.
Okay.
If you have a stuffing and you have a dressing, trust me, you'll still see it is. I don't taste it.
Right. Well, my husband's from Alabama, and he's all about like the greens and everything very Southern. I need to ask him. I've never really talked about it. I feel like he's interchanged it, but maybe I've been wrong. I have to say, though, I can make an amazing hash brown casserole, and I have perfected it where I can, like, man, I'm telling you something. It's my favorite. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite. It's hash browns, it's garlic, onions, and cheese out the wazoo. It's so amazing. And I I think this is the last time that I'm ever making green bean casserole because I'm the only person that eats it. But I made the best green bean casserole that I've ever made in my whole life. And I filled it up with mushrooms, like just chopped up mushrooms and all this onion. Like we got an overload of onion. So of course the green beans, but it was just so yummy. And my husband does all the meat. He does the meat, whether we do turkey or ham. And he makes butternut squash, which I could live or not, like I'm okay. He loves cranberry sauce and he makes that from scratch, but I don't care about all that. I just like cheese, a lot of cheese, and I like pumpkin pie. So a friend dropped off a sweet potato pie and it tasted just like pumpkin pie to me. Seriously, I wouldn't have known that it wasn't pumpkin. So she told me it was sweet potato.
Yeah. Hey, Melody, my mom makes amazing hash brown casserole. Like it's so good. And baked beans, the baked beans.
I don't know, Marianne. I might, we might have a little competition. Just saying. I've had some comments on my hash brown casserole. It's pretty amazing.
I have no doubt whatsoever. Oh my.
Wow. This thing is going to be on the internet forever.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what do we hate? What is the Thanksgiving food that we absolutely can't? We just wish that it wasn't on the table.
I don't know. Because if I don't like it, it's not on my table.
Oh, I forgot. I love deviled eggs too. I know this. I saw a lot of hating on deviled eggs this weekend. Yeah. I love it. I am a deviled egg person. I can make really good deviled eggs. Like they're gone. Even my kids eat deviled eggs. And so I know that's one thing that a lot of people hate is deviled eggs.
I don't eat eggs at all.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't mind deviled eggs. I don't eat them that often though. I did see your pictures though, of the deviled eggs. So.
Oh, mine? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's really nothing I can say that I hate, but I only make the foods that I want to eat. So.
Look what your mom said.
You're on. All right.
Yes.
We have a hash brown casserole competition going. Okay.
Yeah. I don't do potato salad either.
Do people put potato salad at Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I just put it out there just in case someone does. Like I said, I'm doing like Rachelle. First of all, we buy our dinner. There's a restaurant who does the catering type stuff, so we buy it.
Oh, that's right.
But we only get, like I said, we only buy stuff we know we like to eat, and
right.
So it's mostly, like I said, the dressing and the turkey, and we get some. We did get banana pudding, and it was right with no bananas in it though, because the bananas can get soft and get that stuff, the brown, blackish, whatever going on. So I just said, nope, chopped the bananas in it, put extra cookies.
Nice. I can get behind that. Definitely. Yeah. Yes. I don't like soft bananas either. Soft bananas, because we made a fruit cocktail for our kids yesterday too. And my husband's like, well, let's put bananas. And I was like, no, I hate when bananas get soft and mushy. It's disgusting. I can't do it. Just saying. I'm with you on that one. And what is it? The Nilla wafers? Yes.
Yes.
And oh my gosh. Yes. And you know what? Homemade whipped cream. Oh, that's one of my favorites. I'm sorry. I can't. The only thing I really hate is like collard greens.
I like greens, but gotta be piglets.
My husband loves them. I hate them. But I'm not, Southern. So it's his family thing. It's crazy. What are some other, and I love this that your mom said we're on. I really feel like we can get this going. Like there can be a contest for Christmas. Seriously.
What do you have to do? Like you have to send them from Alaska here, and then she's gonna send them.
I don't know. We got to get as many people to eat our hash brown casserole as possible. And I think hash brown casserole is relatively new to a lot of dinners. Am I right? Or maybe it's newer to me.
She's been making it for years. Yeah.
Okay. I just started making it a few years ago, and
good.
But it's delicious and
now
it's
I'm hungry.
Wonderful. Yes, and I have plenty of. All right. Well, we are actually coming up. That's good that you're hungry. It's only like 1:00 here in Alaska. It's like evening time for both of you, isn't it?
5:30.
Almost 4:30.
4:30 for him.
Wow. I still have like all of my day to live, and you guys are going to go to bed soon.
I'm trying to soak up all my vacation left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go off, what is on your plans for the weekend for your break?
EST.
Oh, I totally forgot about
conference
that.
kicks off on Sunday. So yeah, a couple sessions on Sunday and lots of things on Monday, and yeah, and a nap very soon, like in 15 minutes. So after I eat the turkey, coincidentally.
For real.
Yes. Enjoy your nap. Enjoy.
Dr. Will, what do you got plans? Do you have any big plans?
Just podcasting and just kicking it with the wife and, streaming some stuff. That's about it. We're just trying to soak it up before we go. Cause when Monday come, even though it's about a 3-week time frame before we go back home again, it's the 3 weeks that you know what those last 3 weeks are like, so I'm trying so I can.
It's torture, like 3 years and 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, really? Also, yeah, I'm trying to soak it up so I can have the energy for the next 3 weeks. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I probably am gonna do a little bit of EST. I had one presentation and I canceled it because I didn't feel like it. I was like, I don't want to do this. Well, they did so much cutting to my presentation. I was like, forget it. But I am going to enjoy it because several of my friends like you are presenting. So I definitely want to stop by those presentations. I'm looking forward to that. And before we go, I just want to say, because we are all EduMatch creators here, definitely. Ooh, I picked up a random book and it was mine. Definitely. Yeah. Yes. Go to EduMatchPublishing.com. Dr. Will, where can we find your edupreneur?
Vimeo on demand.
So Vimeo on demand, and you can rent it. You can buy it. And we got Rachelle's, one of her books is also discounted right now. And we hope that you'll stop by and enjoy your weekend of sales. Thank you so much for joining in, whether it was on Facebook or Twitter. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so goofy today. This is what happens when you get me in a holiday. I'm crazy or crazier. Before we go,
5 o'clock.
Heck yes. I'm going to go have some wine in just a second. Just kidding. I'm not. Anyway, do you have any last words before we leave for the weekend?
Thank you, Dr. Will, for joining in, and we hope you will come back after today.
Yeah, I'll come back. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's always good to hang out.
Awesome. Everybody take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on Monday. Or will we hear on Monday?
We'll see. I think we were going to take like the Monday because everybody's going to be maybe busy with sleeping or checking out but we'll check in with the group on Monday somehow.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. So we might see you in a week at another 5 o'clock, but until then, take care, everybody. Bye.